What I want to share with you today is pure alchemy. It is about taking your pain and transforming it into your greatest strength. It's about shining a light on your shadow. Your shadow is the unseen parts of yourself. They are the parts where we hold shame, where we hold those uncomfortable feelings that we don't really want to look at, that we want to push away. But we're not going to do this anymore because I have this amazing tool where we can start to embark on a great adventure. This is an endeavor into your shadow where you can shine a light on those unseen aspects of yourself. You can give them the love and care they need. And then you're going to start the magical process of using those aspects of your shadow as inspiration to create an archetype or alter ego that is the embodiment of these shadow aspects. This alter ego and archetype that is an aspect of your shadow will tell you how you can push through these difficulties and these pain points. So you're working together in beautiful harmony, and they don't control you anymore. They empower you. As an example, there was a story from one of my clients, and she was holding a lot of really suppressed anger within her because of what had happened in her childhood. And she never felt safe to express this anger. So she's held it with her throughout her life. And her forward-facing persona, is that she is really nice and bright and shiny and fun. And she really enjoys being this person that everyone likes. And she's really pretty and she can light a room up. And she has great pride in this is who I am. But there are moments when she's triggered and this anger comes up inside her, which is so foreign to her, and she really rejects it straight away. She's ashamed of it, and she feels this is just not who I am. And when this side of me comes out, it's always destructive, and I'm always really embarrassed, and everyone around me is like, what has happened? And so this anger of hers never gets to be seen, never gets to be heard or experienced. And instead she disassociates and has to really cut herself off and numb herself, literally become a shell of a human until the anger has passed. So we came up with the idea that her archetype for the anger in her shadow could be a wild black horse who is strong and powerful. But this horse has been mistreated by humans, so it does not trust people. Instead of just rushing in to try and tame that horse, that's going to go very badly because that horse is very powerful and destructive. But if you gently, step by step, build trust with that horse, just simply spend time with it, listen to it, be with it, sit with it, then over the time, the trust will build, and eventually you will be able to reach out and touch it. It will allow you to connect with it. Once you make that connection, you will see that the feeling you get when you connect with this aspect is so beautiful and thrilling and powerful. It will give you this rush of adrenaline, this rush of electricity, which can be the spark for your transformation, where you can use your voice, stand up to the people who have mistreated you, speak your truth, and stand in that place, not ashamed of anyone else's judgment, because you know that this is your truth. And when this happens, you can ride that beautiful, strong black horse, jumping on its back, riding as fast as you can, as powerful as you can. You become not just the rider, but the horse itself, jumping over blocks, busting through the hurdles, feeling the wind in your hair, the power that you can become this pain and transform it into your power to be the fullest version of you. So when you are finished riding this beautiful, powerful horse, you step off feeling invigorated, feeling a rush of adrenaline, which will create movement in your life, which will bring joy to this other beautiful aspect of you, the light, the one you love the most, the one you enjoy to show the world. It will shine even brighter than before. Now, the big inspiration on this video today about our shadow comes from one of the most famous psychologists of the 20th century, and his name is Carl Jung. And here's a quote that he said about the shadow. Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. If it is repressed and isolated from consciousness, it never gets corrected and is liable to burst forth suddenly in a moment of unawareness. Now, here I have the white mask is representing what we call the persona, which is your personality. This is the part of you that you would say, this is who I am. Now, everyone's persona is different depending on your environment. And the factors that make up your persona are where you were born in this world, your economic status of your family, the cultural aspects, the color of your skin, also how the relationship was of your parents and your relationship to them, and also your siblings and family structure, and then your environment around you. You have perfected this outside mask throughout your life, really learning what works and what doesn't. And you throw away what doesn't and you hide it, and we stick to what works. So this outside persona is guarded by the ego, and the ego really fiercely protects this persona. And we hold on to this really tightly, this story of who we are to the outside world. But the shadow, because these are parts where you learnt in your environment for whatever reason that this is going to be harmful, these were the parts that you learnt, we don't show them because there's a risk. There's a risk that we're going to be shamed, humiliated, or even worse, we're going to be hurt or harmed. So as a protection, we hide them. But they don't disappear. They are still very much a part of you. And we often see the shadow as something that is bad. You know, it's the monster under the bed, and it's the negative parts of you. But this is also not true. It is just the parts of you that didn't have space in your life to be expressed or seen. But that does not mean that they are bad. You just didn't have a safe place to practice them, and that's all. And so because your persona had all of the spotlight and all of the time to perfect its acting skills of this is who I am, but your shadow did not. Your shadow it's like a small little toddler that acts out when those big emotions come up. And that little child doesn't know how to handle them yet because they haven't had the life experience to know how to process those big emotions. But sometimes it doesn't just come in forms that are loud and destructive and angry. Sometimes when we're triggered, it can set off the opposite effect of us suppressing and shutting down and getting quiet and shutting off our feelings, disassociating and numbing. So it's not that your shadow is bad, it's just that we have not been able to sit with it, talk with it, learn why it's there, hear what it's been through, and then take it out into the light and practice it. You can start to ask yourself to really go in and meet your shadow aspects. So then you can have a look at what's there and start to use that as your inspiration to form what type of archetype. Is it an animal? Is it a goddess? Or is it a person? Is it an alter ego? You know, it can take shape. Everyone has such a unique perspective. And that's important as well, that this shadow aspect, because it's often misunderstood that it has to be some sort of like really angry thing and destructive and scary. But this is not the case. I mean, it can be if that's what empowers you, but not at all. It's simply the archetype or the alter ego that can transmute and transform those aspects. And also, if you would like to embark on this journey to create a alter ego or archetype that helps you transform your pain into power, then I have a free online alter ego activation workshop that I would love you to come along. And it's just 1 hour every other week. And this is where we talk about our shadow aspects and also the creation of our archetype and alter ego, and then also how to embody it. And down below, I have a free PDF about the alter ego activation and the 5 steps that you can do to start to create your new you. I hope you enjoyed that episode today, and I will see you and all of your alter egos for the next one. Goodbye.